Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jackie Lee. Today on relationship frequencies, we're going to look at the current energy between you and your soulmate. So I do set the intention that these videos find those who need them when they need them. So if this video did find you, it means the message is meant for you. It just might be that the whole message is not meant for you. It might just be a portion of the message is meant for you. So we'll get a card here and we'll see current energy between you and your soulmate. There we go. Oh, Ace of Wands. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is like being inspired, having the opportunity, having passion for something. It's like it's sort of, I always look at it as the spark of a new idea, right? It's that spark that comes in and you've got this new idea. So this new inspiration, this new passion, this new thing that you want to do, like you're excited about it. It's that spark of genius. And so I would say that the current energy between you is that spark, that spark of passion, that spark of this is an opportunity, a real opportunity for, lifelong happiness or a lifelong partner. Of course, there's always going to be disagreements and stuff. But, having this lifelong partner who will support me, I'll support them. It's definitely a good sign. It shows me that this relationship is probably at the beginning of the relationship. Like you just met, you've only been dating for a little bit, that sort of thing. And so both of you, this is the energy between you. So it's like both of you are feeling that initial spark of passion, that initial spark of this could go somewhere. This is an opportunity I want to look into. So let's see how you currently feel about it. Just because we find that there's a spark of passion doesn't mean you're not freaking out about it. So let's see. How do you currently feel? Ooh, and we got two, but we'll take them. We've got the Six of Wands. Oh, and the Lovers. Okay. So, of course, the Lovers, very kind of obvious. Of course, it can be about choices, but it's about being in union, having harmony, right? Can be about finding your soulmate. And then the Six of Wands is all about that success, that victory, being recognized for it. So you've done something good, you're getting recognized for it. Other people are seeing your victories. So I would say that how you're currently feeling is that this is like a true love and this is victory. You've won. You've won. The fact that you found this person, we've got this spark that's happening between you, this initial spark to light it up, and you're definitely feeling that this is good. Ooh, oh, interesting. I was just gonna say, let's see what the other person feels. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So they feel like this is a very Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles is about having responsibilities and being in a routine, being practical, right? Slow and steady, committed and patient, conservative. So although this isn't a very sparky card, this is all about them seeing the practicality about this and the slow and steady. So I would say that how they feel is that they see this as an opportunity and they're committed to it, but they want to do this slow and steady, right? Step by step. We're not going to go rushing into this and move in together too fast or get married too fast or have babies too fast. We're going to take this step by step, slow and steady, move towards each other, get to know each other, but it's not bad energy at all. It's not bad energy. It's like just being practical about this. So they're looking at this and seeing that, okay, this can work. Our lifestyles match, our families match, our religions match, whatever it is. And they can see that this, on a practical level, sort of on that earthly level, that this relationship looks like it could go somewhere, and they are committed to it, but they're also patient about it. And they're patient in that they want to come forward slow and steady. They don't want to come charging forward. It's not quick. Let's get into this now. We're going to slowly and steady take this relationship step by step. So no bad energy at all. So, and I was just going to say, could I get some advice? Interesting, because the Five of Pentacles is about like being left out in the cold, going through hardships, having loss, feeling isolated, feeling abandoned, unemployment. That's always a big one. So unemployment and struggling. So your advice being that you're going through this hardship and this loss, I would say is more about not focusing on those hardships and those losses. It's about, because you're being left out in the cold. But if you look at the other one, like this one has a path, right? So you're out in the cold, but you have a path to go down. Like there is a way out of this. And if you, on the Rider-Waite version of it, there are actually two people walking outside of a church. And they feel left out in the cold. They feel as if they have nothing. They're poor, they're homeless, but they can go in the church for refuge, right? Like they have the ability to go into the church for refuge. So I would look at this as, your advice is a path away from the hardship, right? But we're going to take it slowly. So you're going to take this path slowly away out of your hardship, if that makes sense, right? Out of your isolation, out of that feeling abandoned or feeling like you have to struggle all the time. So your advice is, I think, not to compare these relationships to your last relationship. So always looking at, I'm always going to be the one who has to do everything. I'm always going to be the one that has to compromise. I'm always, I'm going to end up being left out in the cold. I'm going to end up having to struggle through this relationship. And I think your advice is that it shouldn't be a struggle. There is this path forward. There is this way forward in this relationship where it is not a struggle. It is not a hardship. So you're feeling like, I always end up being left out in the cold. This always ends up being a struggle. This always ends up being hard. But there is refuge, right? If you follow the path, there is refuge away from that struggle, from those hardships, from those loss, and into the abundance that this is. So this is lots of abundance here. All right, I'm going to get a card for advice for you. Oh, look at that, just pop. Let's get a card of advice here. Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is about the clarity, truth, breaking through. It can be about, I'm thinking about the ace. I often do that. I often get my aces and my pages mixed up. So the Page of Swords is all about curiosity and using your intelligence and being vigilant, kind of being on the lookout, right? You're standing guard, watching out. So being curious and witty, can be chatty and gossipy, communicating, finding out information. And so what was it? This was advice, and this is your next step. So your next step here is actually to start communicating more, start finding out more information. So because you have the Ace of Wands here, I'm assuming that this relationship is new, right? You've got that spark of genius, you've got that spark of an inspiration, that spark of an idea. And so right now, what your advice actually is to get chatty. I wouldn't get gossipy. I wouldn't do that, but start communicating with them. So start finding out more information, right? So you may be worried about this. You may be worried about this not working out, being left out in the cold, that there isn't this path forward. But once you start communicating and start finding out more, like, what do you want in your future? What do you want for your lifestyle? How do you want to set up your finances? How do you want to set up your, career versus your personal life versus your, fun, like your work and your play. How do you want that to be? Are you all work? Are you all play? Do you want it to be balanced? And so start having these conversations. And I think as you do that, you're going to get more and more and more comfortable that, yeah, this is a path forward. This is the right path. This is a path out of hardship. This is a path away from the struggles that I've had in the past. Now for you, I think today we're going to get an oracle card from this deck here and see what message wants to come out about your relationship with your soulmate. Remember, you do have more than one soulmate, and they're not always romantic. Your soulmate can be your mother, your soulmate can be your brother, your soulmate can be your best friend. Some soulmates are in your life for a long time. Some soulmates are in your life for a short time. Oh, look at that. Okay. So the message from this deck today is one of self-love and reflection. So it says encourage self-care, self-acceptance, and introspection, inspiring individuals to nurture their own hearts before seeking love from others. Okay, and I know we're talking about a relationship and all of a sudden you're like, what? I'm supposed to deal with me myself and not with them? But this is all about just making sure that you're not giving up yourself for somebody else, right? Like you've entered this new relationship. Maybe you felt like it was always a struggle before in your old relationships. And maybe that's just because you gave and gave and gave and gave and never actually took care of yourself or never even took. And of course, we don't want to take, but give and take, right? Equal give and take. And so if you're always the one giving and it feels like a struggle and then you end up losing yourself in that, you're not taking care of yourself, you end up, getting depressed or whatever it is. And so this card is saying, like, encouraging you not to lose sight of yourself in this relationship. It's not all about them, right? So make sure you're doing self-care, you're accepting who you are for who you are. This person likes you for who you are. And you don't want to just pretend for the rest of your life to be somebody else. So accept yourself for who you are and do some introspection. And then it says inspiring individuals to nurture their own hearts. So you'll be inspiring others, right? So maybe you'll inspire your partner to make sure that they're nurturing their own hearts and they're healing. And that's really what it's about, right? Healing so that you are a well-balanced, ready for a well-balanced relationship, right? If you don't heal yourself, you're just going to find somebody who matches your trauma. That's what I always say. My first marriage, I found somebody who matched my trauma. And so we just went together perfectly, but completely imperfectly, right? It was not a good relationship, and that's because our traumas were kind of matched each other, and it created a toxic relationship. And so, but if you are taking care of yourself, nurturing your own heart, healing your own heart from these hardships that you've had in the past, you're going to inspire other people to also do that, other people to go to therapy, other people to heal themselves, including your soulmate. And as they see you, committed to really sort of taking care of yourself and making sure you're a whole healed person. Everybody's whole, but a healed person. You're going to encourage them and others around you to do the same thing. And I think I feel like we need an angel number here. And so I'll get you one angel number for today, and then we will wrap it up. So let's get you an angel number. Can I please get an angel number for this reading? Thank you. Oh, there we go. Ho, 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 ho. 0, 0, 0. So, 0, 0, 0, divine guidance. You're receiving guidance and protection from the universe. Trust in the divine plan for your life. So you're receiving guidance and protection from the universe. Trust in the divine plan of your life. So the zeros, of course, they're all about, the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. So I would say that you're just entering, especially when we got the Ace of Wands, you're entering this new cycle, and just understand that you're being guided and protected, and just trust what the universe has for you, right? Even if this relationship doesn't end up being long term, it may be that this was a lesson for you to learn. Of course, we don't want to learn lessons. We just want to be happy, but we have to learn those lessons to get to those happy places. But you are definitely receiving guidance, and you're definitely on the right path. So continue down it and start communicating, open up, talk about, fears, talk about wishes, talk about what you want for the future, talk about your lifestyle. And I think as you do that, you're going to find more and more exactly how compatible you are. And you will end up in this successful relationship, successful lovers. So I hope this message helped you today. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.